Tyrese Halliburton.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
So the New York starting five, we've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Brunson in at the one. And for the Pacers, the perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And here's Brunson outside. The rebound by Turner. Halliburton against Brunson. Pass to Mathurin. And here's Halliburton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really affects his entire team.
It's a real challenge, a major challenge to face a big man who can shoot like Towns can. He stretches the floor as well as any big guy in the league.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Shoots over Achiuwa. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Brunson. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. The rebound by Turner. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end. No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Hart, that's good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Pass to Turner. Halliburton on the wing. Shoots over Brunson. A nice shot by Halliburton.
As fast as lightning, Halliburton gets it and shoots it in a matter of nanoseconds.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Here's Halliburton. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Down low, here's Nembhard. And he makes good on the layup.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Outside, Towns. Bridges outside. New York moving the ball around. And here is Hart. 17 points for him last game against Boston. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. And Matherin has got the ball here for Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Halliburton with the steal. At the elbow, it's Siakam. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Pacers. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Pacers leading by 3. We've got T.J. McConnell. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Walker in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Traps in the tray.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
McConnell against Brunson. To 40, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Toppin sets a screen for McConnell from the baseline. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. McBride passes to Brunson. There's a screen by Achua. Brunson, hard finish inside.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Pacers leading by 3. Now, here is Halliburton. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Brunson against Halliburton.
2 minutes.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Pass to Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Brunson. Halliburton for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 1:39 left here in the second. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
And the first one drops. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. And New York with a change here, too. McBride's checked in. And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from 3 over his career. It's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Towns, the pass to McBride. 5 on the clock. Front past the arc. It's good from long range. McBride's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Here's Bridges. Plays it up and banks it in. Bridges has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Achua. Bridges dishes to Towns. Here's Achua. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Knicks lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Coach, where do you look to shore things up at the defensive end of the floor?
They're hitting us in some different areas, you know, so we got to give help on the inside. And with the guys we have playing tonight, we got to be real persistent and real together.
Got to find that chemistry very quickly. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching Bad D. And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. Sneakhead Ahmed wants to know, what's the worst shoe you ever balled in?
I hit the courts in some slides last weekend. That was a mistake.
Oh, I can imagine. You got to wear something more with some support, like high tops, big fella.
Yeah, they kept flying off every time I threw it down.
Plus, nobody wants to see those big, scraggly toes.
Ew.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Achua is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard. The Knicks with the lead. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
Siakam passes to Halliburton. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. There's the triple. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Achua. Shoots the 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers trail by 3. Siakam inside. Achua's on him. It's Nembhard on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Nembhard with it. He's against Bridges. Mathurin, good.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Brunson against Halliburton. Brunson kicks to Hart. Towns, a screen on Mathurin. Hart, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. A miss that time, would have put him up. New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. In the corner, it's Bridges. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Bridges against Mathurin. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Shoots over Bridges. Mathurin with a screen for Siakam. For the lead. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Brunson, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Pass to Mathurin. Halliburton against Brunson. Halliburton, no good. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. On the wing, Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Hart. Out to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Over in the corner, Turner. Over Towns. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist on the night. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Indiana out in front, up by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Aaron Nesmith. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Toppin, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Great open look there. Payne's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, great feed there by Jalen Brunson, a terrific facilitator.
Halliburton looking around. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Nesmith. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Bridges outside. Here's Brunson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Halliburton against Brunson. Halliburton, no good.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Achua. Right side Towns. Here's Brunson. Good. Brunson, no fear down low.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. Now, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. Needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hart against Mathurin. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Achua. Brunson with it. Back to Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Halliburton against Brunson. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Halliburton.
What a big-time play by Tyrese Halliburton. Simply putting his team on his back.
Brunson kicks to Hart. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Brunson against Halliburton. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. Basket counts.
He's such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay.
Now Brunson. Floats one up. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Siakam inside. Achua's on him. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut to just 1 and a basket from Siakam. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Brunson scanning the floor. It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Halliburton to tie it up. It's rebounded by Towns. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Indiana moving the ball around. shot from 12. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Halliburton, one of those young guys that you want with the rock in his hand at crunch time. He always seems to deliver.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Here's New York. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson. Taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
And Turner throws it down.
Evolving as a leader right before our eyes. It's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
Here's Brunson. It's good!
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.